Hello everyone, welcome to the Scumdogs Kennel. I'm your host, Chris Williams, and in today's Cryptid Corner mini episode, I have a couple of more very bizarre stories of people encountering alien beings. One, through the use of the drug DMT, and another, the Pentagon makes comments about alien encounters seen in our skies. Let's read this article first. Pentagon reports 757 UFO encounters. What's really in our skies? Let's get into this report now and hear exactly what the Pentagon has to say. Declassified documents reveal a U.S. military F-16 jet was struck by an unidentified flying object during a 2023 training exercise near Gila Bend, Arizona. The object hit the aircraft's canopy but caused no damage, and officials ruled out a bird strike. Authorities later classified it as a drone, though its origin remains unknown. This was the first of 4 unidentified anomalous phenomena, UAP encounters, reported within 24 hours, according to FAA documents. Very interesting. Let's continue. James Fox, a filmmaker specializing in UFOs, told Fox News Digital, according to military personnel I've personally met with, there were objects 200 miles off the east coast that were extensively loitering and had no visible means of propulsion. So, a report from 2023 about an actual impact with a UAP doesn't really surprise me. The Pentagon recorded 757 UAP incidents between May 2023 and June 2024, with only 49 cases resolved. Of these, 708 occurred in the air and 18 were near nuclear sites. However, none of these resolved cases substantiated advanced foreign adversarial capabilities or breakthrough aerospace technologies, the report states. So very interesting, folks. Let's continue with this article. Fox notes that UAP sightings near military sites are not new, citing reports from as early as the 1930s where you had mysterious glowing and orb-like objects that emitted very bright light that could just fly rings around the military planes from World War II, he said. Some UAPs exhibit technology far beyond known human capabilities, such as no heat signatures or stationary flight in high winds. This has been well documented for decades, Fox added. So either we've managed to track the same thing, it's been possibly non-human intelligence since the 1940s, or someone has managed to replicate the technology, reverse engineer it, and they're flying it around. Or it could be our own technology, and what we're seeing is black-budget, top-secret aircraft that, well, hardly anyone who isn't in the know even remotely suspects exists. But it could also be that these aircraft are indeed using technology reverse engineered from downed UFOs the American government has been able to confiscate. These are one and several other theories that people have come up with over the years to explain what people are seeing in the skies. But the fact that the military is also now coming out and saying indeed that these sightings are real, this is what is phenomenal about what is currently going on now. Either way, folks, truly, truly intriguing. They've adjusted the frequency on particular radars to pick up smaller objects that maybe have been here all along, he said. It's a global phenomena exhibiting the technology that just light years ahead of anything we have. Indeed, folks, this technology, if it is indeed ahead of us so far, does it really come from Earth, or is it from, well, beyond the stars? We can only speculate on that fact, folks. While most UAPs are later identified, a small percentage remain unexplained. A small percentage of these objects display a technology that's just light years beyond anything that we or anybody else on the planet has, Fox said, which would imply once you do the process of elimination, if it isn't Russia or China, and if it's not us, what's left? The primary reason for secrecy is that it is difficult for any governing body to admit that there are structured craft of unknown origin whizzing around with impunity, Fox said. They fly rings around our fastest jets, and the government doesn't know who they are, where they come from, or what they want. Which is why some people speculate this is for all the secrecy, folks, because if the government admits that they can do nothing or even know what these entities are, then they admit that they are weak. And the common American citizen will lose faith in the American government to protect them and basically control, our skies. But then again, folks, if indeed they are aliens, we never had any control even to begin with. But folks, what do you make of it? Do you think it's true? I do. But folks, that was part 1. I have another article detailing more encounters with alien beings, so let's get into it now. Neuroscientist says DMT's hallucinations might be real beings. Indeed, folks, this neuroscientist is saying that the hallucinations caused by this drug DMT and that these so-called hallucinations are more, maybe communication with these higher dimensional alien beings. So let's get into it now. Users of the psychedelic drug DMT report encounters with alien beings, including machine elves, mischievous, chattering entities that seem to inhabit a reality beyond Earth. Neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Gilmore, who has studied computational neuroscience, suggests these visions may point to a shared alien dimension rather than mere hallucinations, report dailymail.com UK says. Maybe this is exactly what's going on here, folks. Maybe these so-called hallucinations caused by this drug are indeed some way for us to access some way of communication with these alien beings, folks. And perhaps these alien beings, this is their normal mode of communication. Maybe they use some method of, communicating either on some astral or basically interdimensional plane. And when humans take this drug DMT, we can also somehow access it like we access the internet, folks, to communicate with these entities. I'm just saying that, folks, because this is exactly what it feels like to me. But then again, folks, maybe I'm wrong. Let's read on and contemplate if I'm right or not. DMT, N,N-dimethyltryptamine, occurs naturally in plants like ayahuasca, and even the human body. Unlike other psychedelics, DMT trips often feature strikingly similar experiences, including hyperdimensional worlds filled with intelligent non-human beings. Gilmore, who tried DMT himself, described it as entering an alien reality populated by advanced entities. Within a few seconds, the normal waking world is obliterated and replaced with an entirely novel, what can only be described as alien reality, highly complex, hyperdimensional, quite abundantly and quite obviously populated by extremely intelligent and advanced beings, he said. These beings range from playful machine elves to godlike figures, some with a dark side, performing what feels like psychic surgery. So is it true or not, folks? As I said, we can only contemplate if these entities are real. Right now, we can't prove that they actually, are and do exist. Because if they do, that changes everything we know about the world, folks. Unlike LSD, where trips vary, DMT consistently transports users to this alternate realm. Gilmore theorizes that DMT doesn't take consciousness elsewhere, but unlocks hidden dimensions already present on Earth. I kind of agree, folks. That might be exactly what is happening here with this phenomena. Either way, let's get back to the article. You don't have to travel anywhere. The DMT has to somehow allow an alternate source of information to enter the brain, he explained. The machine elves are among the most commonly reported entities. Probably the most famous of all are these multi-tenuous, giggling machine elf-type beings, very small creatures that operate in great numbers and are generally very lively, cheeky, jovial, mischievous, Gilmore said. Indeed, folks, from what I've heard, indeed these machine elves are the most common creature depicted in one of these DMT episodes, folks, when apparently we ourselves are somehow able to enter this realm. Either way, continuing, they sing impossible objects into existence. They speak in some kind of visible language. Other beings appear vastly older and more advanced. It's impossible to put into words, but beings that seem to be constructed from more than 3 dimensions, inordinately more complex than any other kind of intelligent being that you are ever going to encounter in this universe, he described. In his book, Death by Astonishment, Gilmore suggests this realm may be trillions of years older than our universe. He compares the experience to a 2D being suddenly perceiving 3D space, a higher dimensional structure beyond human comprehension. Gilmore admits we don't know where this place is or our relationship to it. Indeed, folks, because it's basically only perceived after basically taking the drug DMT, I have no doubt that basically it would be very hard to prove in a very normal scientific way that this is all real. No, because we only see these entities after we take this drug. Most people would say that's just hallucinations, but the fact that so many people are seeing the same thing, that's really phenomenal. Now, the skeptic will argue that's probably just because that this is part of popular culture that everyone is seeing the same entities like these machine elves. But I have to say, folks, is that really true? If it isn't, then indeed these entities might be real. So, maybe one day in the future, we will make sense of it all and truly understand these desperate alien encounters. Either way, folks, we're at the end, so please go subscribe to my YouTube channel, Read Comics. They're bad for you. Hit that like button for me. Make sure you're still subscribed. Leave some comments down below. Hit that bell for notifications. Make sure to hit the part of the bell that will give you all future notifications, and please share this video out. I'm Chris Williams from the Scumdogs Kennel. Thank you all for joining me. I'll be back again tomorrow with another great video. So be sure to come back again then. Till next time, folks, I'll see you all again soon.